All right, so with the two sample t-tests that we're meeting this week, the main question that we can answer is, does one population have the same mean as another population? Or more specifically, do the samples we've collected from both of these populations give us any evidence that they don't actually have the same mean? So as always with the hypothesis test, we're kind of flipping around the question where we're looking for evidence, against one possibility that we can interpret as evidenced in favor of the other possibility. All right, so the name of this test is the two-sample t-test. You might also see it as a t-test for two means. Either way, it's a t-test where we're comparing the difference in means against a world we're imagining in which there's no difference in means in the population. And the hypothesis test follows the same three steps as any hypothesis test will. So in your first step, you write out null and alternative hypotheses. I already described these earlier in the lecture, but to quickly recap, the null hypothesis is always going to be that the population means are the same, and the alternative hypothesis is always going to be that the population means are different. Your second step is to find a test statistic. In this case, we're going to be looking for a t-statistic for our difference in means, which I'll show you how to calculate in just a minute. And then we'll be using the t-statistic, which gives us a p-value that lets us decide whether to reject our null hypothesis. So without being able to write anything out, this is kind of vague, so that's why I'm going to head over to the document camera now. I miss having a chalkboard and a PowerPoint next to each other so much, like you guys have no idea. But I'm going to head over to the document camera now and go through an example of this with explanations and introducing the formulas, and then as I generally will with these, I'll also go through a quicker example where I just walk through the steps without all the extra explanation.